Tapta Jivanam Kaviviritam Kalmashapaham Shravana Mangalam Srimadatatam Bhuvi Grinantiye Bhurida Janaha. Your stories, which is like nectar, is the very life force for the living beings burning in the fire of the world. It destroys sins. Mere listening to your exploits brings about the well-being of the living beings. That is why those who know the truth have described your exploits to be the greatest. Those on earth who seeing the glories of your exploits have certainly done a lot of charity in their previous births. It is owing to the result of that meritorious action that they have developed taste for singing the glories of your sports. Om, peace, peace, peace. A very good evening to you all. I am very happy to be present after a couple of months with the nectar-like words of our Master, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. We had the opportunity to read from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna on 8th of February. So, it is really a very good chance to be present again and spend some time with these wonderful words. Sri Ramakrishna made religious life, spiritual life, so simple. Philosophers make the things complicated. And where from all philosophies come is that ultimate truth. And Sri Ramakrishna, it is believed that many said when the Pandits were all called and assembled, whether Sri Ramakrishna can be claimed to be as an avatara. Many of them said, avatara, it's a very small thing to speak about him. He is that source from where all avatars come. It is not that they were Sri Ramakrishna's devotees. They came to test Sri Ramakrishna and expose Sri Ramakrishna on the invitation of different people who wanted to know what actually Sri Ramakrishna was. So that man used to speak in simple words, and this chapter is very important because all other things are more or less discussions and stories. As we have just read, that it is taken from the Gopi Gita, the stories of your exploits, your divine play. It is a pleasure to listen to, and it elevates, it gives us life force. We are always burning in the world. Whenever we go through the stories of your life, your divine sports, exploits, we feel, no, God is there. We have our somebody to protect us, to take us to a higher level. Although we know our weaknesses, our shortcomings, we are not competent to realize God, we understand. But if we are the children of God, then what is the difficulties? Only a little bit problem is there, veil of ignorance is there. If that is removed by our a little bit self-effort and by the grace of the Guru and my Ishta Devata, chosen deity, grace of the God, then in this life itself we can also realize that ultimate truth, which is the goal of human life. So here very important questions M asked after arguments. Now this was M's first argument, the recorder of the gospel, pseudonym he used, M, his name was Mahendranath Gupta. Argument with the master and happily his last. So now he understood, being the headmaster of 2 schools and lecturers in different colleges in Calcutta, very highly educated man, a blue in the university, Calcutta University. Now he understood that spiritual matters are something. These are not that I can show my pedantry and argue with this man. Let us rather he started keeping the record secretly. Let us rather keep a record and try to understand what this man is telling about. What is the spiritual life? What actually it? So he has got a little faith, devotion, asking the question, yes sir, how may we fix our minds on God? Who was arguing now has become a devotee. Those who came to scoff off have remained to pray in the Bible. They came to expose. They wanted to know, fathom the Sri Ramakrishnas as if they have a yardstick to measure how much Sri Ramakrishna is spiritual, how much he is fraud, fake, what he is a saint or not. What they understand about this. If you don't yourself spend time and practice spiritual austerities, what we ordinary people can understand about the spiritual personalities, saints and sages and rishis and munis, avatars, God himself incarnating. Is it that easy thing? So now this man gradually, he himself is telling that with devotion, respectfully, he was asking humbly how to fix our mind on God. Sri Ramakrishna answering. This is the greatest question of all of us. We don't like to live the life of Satans, demons and devils. We like to be spiritual. We like to raise ourselves. We understand a moral, ethical, spiritual, scrupulous life full of love and compassion. But still we cannot. Something is their problem. One after another it comes. One we face the challenge, another comes. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling how to fix the mind on God. And then he asked, next question he asked, how ought we to live in the world? So we have been reading, this Sri Ramakrishna was answering, that do all your duties, but keep your mind on God and God alone. Live with all, with wife and children, father, mother, and serve them. Treat them as if they were very dear to you, but know in your heart of hearts that they do not belong to you. Because do not belong to you means you do not have the power to remain with them for more days, or you do not have the power to keep them with you for more days, for more time. Now itself, something may happen, a heart attack, a brain attack, anything may happen to anybody. But we show so much of ego and this false conceit that we are our champions. Nothing actually is in our hands. So be humble, be devoted. That in the Bible also, Jesus is telling, the meek and lowly, they will be given the they will have the heaven, something like that. They will enter into the heaven. So spiritual life means love for God, humility, really feeling it. And Sri Ramakrishna is telling, do all your duties in the world. You are a householder. So this chapter, this conversation, he is answering that do all your activities related to your livelihood, your duties, to your father, mother, children, office, here, there. It is needed. That is duty, is dharma, that is righteousness. Don't slip away from that. So do your duties, everything, wherever it is necessary. But practice detachment. Don't think that you are the doer and what you are doing, your life's goal is that. It is not that. These are all means. So with detachment and secret of living is Sri Ramakrishna, through one after another, he is giving that live a life like the maid servant in a house, then where the tortoise moves, wherever it may be, but its mind is always where its eggs are. So eggs means God. Always keep your mind. Tortoise moves about in the water, but can you guess where her thoughts are? They are on the bank where her eggs are lying. So you are also in this world, worldly activities. You have to do duties for livelihood, your duties to your father, mother, society, to maintain this body also, because Sri Ramakrishna says this body is the temple of God. Why we should take care of this body? Because this body we know, according to Advaita Vedanta, nothing, neti. So I will commit suicide and I will get illumination. This body is troubling me. I feel attachment, so I give it up. It is not that. You remain. But body, with the body, you must not attach yourself that this is me, and you are not the body, you are separate from. So in the world also, everyone, they are for 100 years, 50 years, somebody is father, somebody is mother, somebody is something, all these things. But we will be heartless, cruel. No, Master is telling, do everything. It is not that. See the manifestations of God. A family man, father, mother, if they become void of love and compassion to the children, who will grow them up? How they will be brought up? They will die. They cannot without the love and affection. But don't think it is my child. It has come from my body, so I love this boy and this girl, this baby. I will take care of this. No. See, the God has come in this form. So, as a servant of God, as another child of God, I will take all the responsibilities of the children who came through me, through us, father, mother. You must be compassionate. You will do all your duties, but having this ideal principle in mind, that I am not serving my son, my daughter, my friend, my somebody else. It is not there. It is not he or she. It is God and Goddess. So if you can do all the activities in this, with this mind, thought, manner, in this manner, then you will not be attached, it will not bind you. You will be feeling liberated gradually. If you enter the world without first cultivating love for God, you will be entangled more and more. You will be overwhelmed with its danger, its grief, its sorrows. And the more you think of the worldly things, the more you will be attached to them. It is a kind of grihastha sannyasa. Sannyasa means some will take direct sannyasa. They will not enter into householder's life, vanaprasthi's life, from brahmacharya to sannyasa. But those who will enter into the grihastha or householder's life, doing duties, don't degenerate your life and your household affairs to the brute's level, animal's level. You are not meant for that. You are passing through that. Do everything in a detached manner, keeping mind, fixing mind on God and God alone. There is nothing wrong in that. So Sri Ramakrishna is giving the hope to the householders, because this man was already trying to commit suicide, and he had 2 children and 1 wife. And he is such an educated man, otherwise very nice man. So he was asking that how to live in this world and keeping the mind fixed in God. Is it possible? How can we do it? It is not possible. He was a very good man, gentleman, but he could not manage the family affairs, and he was thinking, how is it possible? And Sri Ramakrishna, just through him, giving this message to the whole world. That yes, first rub your hands with the oil and then break open the jackfruit. Otherwise, they will be smeared with its sticky milk. First secure the oil of divine love and then set your hands to the duties of the world. People always run after everything worldly. We will more enjoyment. Everything we want to enjoy, we do not know that yes, with the enjoyment some kind of suffering also will come. We are trying to get joy, but apparent joy may turn into pain, into misery. So secret is do everything in this samsara, but never get attached, and don't have that thought of doership. I am the doer. Always think God is getting things done through us. We also. This I still remember. Swami Lokeshananji Maharaj was founder of our Narendrapur Ramakrishna Mission. So Brahmachari was talking to me. What is the need of the more education, higher education for sadhus? They will see God. Master said, do japa meditation, take God's name. So what is the meaning? And there is ahankar comes. If you have more learning, scholarship, then you will automatically a kind of ahankara, conceit, false ego, that yes, I am a scholar, I have so many degrees, it will come. We find it comes. So he was He was a disciple of Mahapurush Maharaj Shivananda. He was telling you, see, young brahmachari, don't think that ahamkara, this false ego, swells, it becomes bigger and bigger only by reading more books and degrees. Anything in this world, if you have achieved a little bit above the standard, a kind of ego feeling will work, a kind of superiority complex will work in your mind. You have to control that. Then he said, some confidential thing, but I can say it is you see, among our sadhus, he was telling, those who are vegetarian, they think these non-veg sadhus, they look down upon a little. You see, everyone, everything, it is not that you have to speak out your mind openly, but they feel in that way, we are better because we take veg, we are more pure, purer than other. Those who are very scholarly, lecture very nicely, they think other sadhus are eating, sleeping, doing something. What is their life? We are real followers of Swami Vivekananda, spreading the message of Master, Mother, Swamiji, Vedanta. This ego works. How it will go, you do not know. Don't think only educational qualification, degrees will bring ego with you. Anything, spirituality also, those who are very meditative, he was telling one after another, he was an erudite, experienced man, wise man. So, through his experience he was telling, don't think only education or degrees bring ego. Ego brings anything you are accomplished. You are a very good singer. Other singers are also there. You will be thinking, what they are? If anybody is to sing here, it is me. I will get more time. Yes, you are my student like. You cannot equal with me. I will sing 5 songs. You can just be with me. You just be with the tanpura. You be spectators. You will listen what you will sing, and I have to sit and listen to your song. If you are a good, accomplished musician. Anything, if you have achieved a little bit above the standard, there will be ego. And you remain in this world, in the family, but live the life that egolessness. He was telling those who have written some books, they think, we are so scholarly, you see, others are not that. So you see, what is this or another? Ego comes this. That is why Sri Ramakrishna did harmony of religions, harmony of all thoughts. That other religions are also religions. No, my religion is the only religion. Always trying to show others are not. I am everything. So, in which way it will come? If you are born in a so-called, in India it is not that prevalent now, but in 100 years back it was there. Holy Mother had to suffer in the village. Why do you allow the non-Brahmin devotees to come and eat and sleep? We cannot eat with you. Holy Mother, Sharada Devi. But you see, Mother, Master, Swamiji, they never used very harsh and strong words, but gradually, through their life, my life is my message. Gradually, just destroying this so-called caste system, so it is very bad. That I am born in a Brahmin family, I am Brahmin. It is not that. If you know Brahman, then you are a Brahmin. If you are always thinking of Brahman, then you are a Brahmin. Otherwise, I may be born in a Chandala's house. The Chandala means those who work in the cremation ground, burn the corpse and these dead bodies. Nobody touches them. You see the service they gave to the society. Try to understand. What will happen to the dead bodies if everybody, when that life is there, that spirit is there, Atman is there in this body, then everyone comes and make pranams and this and that. The moment it is gone, nobody will touch. If you touch, Shankaracharya's Charpat Panjarika Stotram is there, that if you touch, Bharjang Bibhati Tasmin Kai, when the life force is gone, that wife cannot sleep. That, hey, come, somebody, ghost will come, I cannot sleep with this dead body. No, somebody must be there, I cannot spend the night before it is cremated. So take it at the earliest. And after certain hours, there will be bad smell also. Oh God, you cannot remain there. It is so bad. You see this body and we think, I am body, I am body, I am body. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling one after another that first have bhakti, devotion, faith in God, do some spiritual austerities, then you enter anywhere. So one after another, he was further by meditating on God in solitude, the mind acquires knowledge, dispassion and devotion. So do some spiritual austerities. Nothing wrong in householder's life. You have a little desire to enjoy, be it money, be it other things, enjoy a little bit. But don't think that will bring the highest bliss and peace and joy in your life. Don't be that fool. Enjoy a little, but know very clearly that you don't get stuck there. Your goal is higher, your goal is higher. You have to raise yourself. Even in the samsara householder's life, you can live a life like a sannyasi. The watchword is, secret is detachment. If you do everything, don't claim name, fame, anything for that, recognition, that I have done this, I have done this. No. Then it is fine. So together with this, you must practice discrimination. Then today, one line I read that Master was telling, woman and gold is impermanent. God is the only eternal substance. What does a man get with money? Food, clothes and a dwelling place, nothing more. You cannot realize God with its help. Therefore, money can never be the goal of life. That is the process of discrimination. Do you understand? So Master knows that this man will be my, Ramayana's life, Ramachandraji's life was written by Valmiki. So there was Boswell who wrote the biography of that famous man. So Master knew that this man will write the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. So do you understand what I said? If you don't understand, then you will not be able to narrate it to others. That Sri Ramakrishna said this. I will misconstrue, I will misrepresent his ideas. I will not be able to. So, Master, do you understand what I have said? So we read this. Here is one about this term woman and gold, which has been used throughout in a collective sense, occurs again and again in the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna to designate the chief impediments to spiritual progress. This favorite expression of the Master, Kamini Kanchan, has often been misconstrued. By it, he meant only lust and greed. Nothing against any of our mother folk, women folk. So devotees must keep it in their mind. Master wanted to mean through this words, the lust and greed, the baneful influence of which retards the aspirant's spiritual growth. He used the word kamini or woman as a concrete term for the sex instinct when addressing his man devotees. He advised women, on the other hand, to shun man, and kanchana or gold symbolizes greed, which is the other obstacle to spiritual life. Sri Ramakrishna never taught his disciples to hate any woman or womankind in general. This can be seen clearly by going through all his teachings under this head and judging them collectively. The Master looked on all women as so many images of the Divine Mother of the universe. He paid the highest homage to womankind by accepting a woman as his guide, Bhairavi Brahmani, while practicing the very profound spiritual disciplines of Tantra. His wife, known and revered as the Holy Mother, was his constant companion and first disciple. At the end of his spiritual practice, he literally worshipped his wife as the embodiment of the goddess Kali, the Divine Mother. After his passing away, the Holy Mother became the spiritual guide not only of a large number of householders, but also the many monastic members of the Ramakrishna order, and she is considered as the mother of the presiding deity of this Ramakrishna order of monks, Holy Mother, Sangha Janani, proclaimed, declared by none other than Swami Vivekananda. So, in the minds of our devotees, never it should appear that Master was a hater of women. It is not that. He, in those days, talking to the male devotees who are trying to get out of lust, control their mind. Because lust, anger, greed, these things are main things. In the Gita also Bhagavan is telling, these three are the floodgates. If you are not aware of that, where from it will come, when your mind will be polluted, when your mind will be down and it will be compelled and will come under the spell of these things. It is so strong. So be careful. When addressing the male devotees, he said, be careful of that. But when he used to meet and talk, spiritual instructions he used to give to the women folks, always said, at this age, you are beginners. In the beginning, you have to rub oil. Then only you can touch break the jackfruit. Otherwise, that sticky milk will catch your hand and it will not be, it will disturb your life. So for women devotees always used to tell, maintain a distance from the male folk, because at this age, in the beginners, youths, young devotees, young aspirants, mind is that always it becomes attracted to the opposite sex. So be careful about that. So no one should think that Master had anything wrong about our mothers. Rather, it was Master who taught the whole world that you should even worship your wife. And he said to Holy Mother that I see you, Anandamay Roop, one form of the same Mother Kali whom I worship, and my biological mother, Chandramani Devi, living there. I see you in the same way as the representative embodiment of the Divine Mother. So it should be very firmly kept in our mind before reading Sri Ramakrishna, because many places all these things will come. Sri Ramakrishna many places said these things, how to be very careful about while living in this world, keep the mind in God, do all your duties in a detached manner, and don't be attracted too much for this greed and lust. Don't allow this anger. Second is kama, krodha. Kama esha, krodha esha, rajaguna. These are the product of the rajaguna. So one has to be, if you are a spiritual aspirant, we should not forget that Sri Ramakrishna was not giving a public lecture. He was giving these instructions to his selected devotees who came from Calcutta and spending hours in presence of Sri Ramakrishna to have some spiritual benefit, so that in this life itself we can experience that highest spiritual goal. Sri Ramakrishna cannot say this and that, and he doesn't like to, I should say, this concentrate, and it is dilute. He does not like to dilute the ideal. Keep it in mind. If you are a male, you must feel a kind of attraction to the female. Be that. If you are a female, you. So in the beginning of spiritual life, this is a very big force that disturbs your mind. You cannot fix your mind on God. You cannot meditate properly. So do these things. No one is bad. No one is. In the creation, God has created both male and female. And in God, in the ultimate truth, there is nothing male and female. That will come now. Sri Ramakrishna is asking, yes, sir, I recently read a Sanskrit play. Do you understand? I recently read a Sanskrit play called Prabodha Chandrodaya. It deals with discrimination. Because Master is telling, together with this, you must practice discrimination. This Prabodha Chandrodaya was a Sanskrit drama. It was composed by, authored by some Sri Krishna Mishra. It is a Sanskrit drama during the 11th century, a Sanskrit drama, this Prabodha Chandrodaya, rise of the meaning of this book, what M mentioned, that in that book, discrimination is there. What is real, what is unreal. What we actually run after and what we should shun. Be very careful. Thus far and no further. What we should do, do's and don'ts. So, in this book, name is Prabodha Chandrodaya, meaning is rise of the moon of intellect. Intellect means this discrimination. What is right, what is wrong. If we are our that intellectual faculty, discrimination does not work, we will be thinking I am doing good things, but actually I am doing the bad things. It will deter my journey towards the goal. So, M was telling, yes, I have read a book which is titled is Prabodha Chandrodaya. It deals with that discrimination you are telling. So he was a learned man. He was very thorough in Western philosophy, Eastern philosophy, but did not know the practical spiritual life. He did not practice that. By reading book, you cannot Pothi parke pandit bhaye gyani na bhaye koi. By reading books, you can become a good lecturer. You can give lectures hours after hours. Yes, pandit, erudite scholar. Scholarly lectures will be there. But you cannot claim that I have read so many books, I have written so many books, I have given so many hundreds of lectures, so I am now a realized soul. No, that it may be, it may not be. If you have spiritual life side by side practices, then by God's grace it can happen. But only reading will not make you the knower of the truth. That is what in this book, this was a treatise was written by Krishna Mishra to teach the Advaita doctrine to those who were interested in kavya, poetry, poetic composition characterized by decorative elaboration, words, this classical, this understanding, very highly sophisticated thoughts presented in a poem form. That is called kavya. Philosophical ideas are there, high ideas are there, but not written in prose. It is composed in a drama form so that this high philosophy of Advaita could be understood and enjoyed by those people who love poetry. We love, if you say something, but if you chant one song, our mind immediately becomes. So poetry has its special appeal in the minds of the listeners. So, this was a drama, and he belonged to the period of the ruler Krithi. So, that is, M referred. Yes, I have read recently in that book, Prabodha Chandrodaya, what you are telling, discrimination, what I will do, what I will not do, what is real, what is unreal, how to understand, how to know. It was discussed there. Very good book. I know. I have a little understanding. What you are telling, what I have said, do you understand? Discrimination, love, detachment, all these things. What I have given a lecture to you, how to remain in the householder's life and also prepare yourself for enjoying, experiencing the highest goal of life, God. Is it possible? I have told so many things. Have you understood? Do you understand? So he is telling, yes, what you have said. And then Master continues, yes, discrimination about objects. Consider what is there in money or in a beautiful body. Discriminate and you will find that even the body of a beautiful woman consists of bones, flesh, fat, and other disagreeable things. Why should a man give up God and direct his attention to such things? Why should a man forget God for their sake? If the audience are women, Master will say, why the women unnecessarily, what is there in a man's body that you lack, you don't have? Why you feel attracted to a male body, being female? You are so beautiful yourself. Why don't you get joy? Why you feel that feeling of lust come? How to control lust? These are practical things Master is giving. Master Avatar doesn't come to please one or two people and a handful of people. They come to give the universal truth, that it becomes, it includes each and everyone. Everyone has the scope in the teachings of avatars. So it is universal. Everyone can follow and get the benefit of that. Master is telling that whole life you will face all these things. It will come. Why you will feel attracted? When you feel attracted for something, just what is? It is good or bad. If there is a very good food, very tasty, I understand it appears full of oil and other things. And I know I have obesity, I have my heart problem, and my blood circulation is not going well. Doctor has said don't take take anything fatty. I have sugar. Doctor said don't take anything which has sugar. So even though you feel attracted, but you have to use your discriminative faculty. What is good for you, what is no. It is sugar, it is tasty, but actually it will minimize my lifespan. It will kill me. Oh, it is fatty, so anytime if I take too much of this fat, all these things, butter and very tasty, but it will actually, anytime it will bring my heart attack. So like that, you have to use that discriminative faculty in your life. Otherwise, you cannot take a step. Our steps will be false steps, wrong steps. So Master is telling that why people unnecessarily become forgetful of God and whole mind is there. If newly wedded couple, their mind whole day, where is their time? If they are not born in a spiritual family or have not practiced a spiritual life, always their mind will be there. The wife is thinking of the husband or boyfriend and girlfriend, something. Master is very clear. Because the man who is going to commit suicide, he is asking how to realize God living in householder's life. He is giving concrete things that you have to get out your mind from the objective world, which always tempts us and keeps our mind bound there. We become, what is bondage? Bondage means bondage in mind. My body is not bound by anybody. I am a free man. We are under bondage. What is that bondage in our mind, in our thoughts? Intelligence. It is not clear. It is not pure. We are thinking what is unreal, we are thinking the real. What is pleasurable, we are thinking that is preferable. So, Master is giving concrete examples, so many, and then telling, be very careful. And in the beginning, all must. And afterwards, he is telling, you don't need to follow all these things. When a small sapling he has grown into a 10 years old strong tree, then you can even tie an elephant. It cannot do any wrong to that tree. Because as spiritual aspirant, when you are like the saplings, that seed, a devotion is coming, sprouting a little bit. At that time, if you are not careful, then cattle will finish you. Anything will destroy you because you are so weak at that time. But when you are strong spiritually, you can visit, When Yoganandaji Maharaj married and was not coming to see Master out of his just feeling embarrassment, that Master was told, and I also gave word that we will be living a celibate's life, we will not enter into the householder's life, we will give up our life for the good of the humanity, so that people understand that there is a path also. So all have not to enter into the householder's life and all have not to enter into the monastic life. So this is simple thing. So he was not coming. Sri Ramakrishna, when asked him, hey, come, I have given some paisa to you, you are not returning. He thought, oh God, since I have married, Master thinks I will just misappropriate his little 1 or 2 annas paisa also. I am a son of a Jamindar family and I am a Master's disciple. Master thinks me so lowly. So today itself, actually Master wanted to instigate him, just push him so that he comes to see Master, because he was not coming. He felt so bad because his mother said, you marry this girl we have selected, otherwise I will commit suicide. You will see my dead body. So he did not have any alternative. So now Sri Ramakrishna, when he came, Sri Ramakrishna said, hey, what happened? You have thousands of wives. If the grace of this place is there showing himself, then you may have thousands of wives. So what? Bring your wife, I will see and make her so that she does not disturb your spiritual life. Live the life. After having 1 or 2 children, live the life of a brother and sister. Both will spiritually grow. 1 or 2 children are there, yes, a little bit enjoyment of the worldly pleasure. All right, finished. But don't degenerate yourself to the level of the brutes. So, Master is telling, yes, certainly living in solitude now and then, repeating God's name. Oh, no, question is there. Why should a man forget God for their sake? Now aim. was asking another question. First question was that how to fix our mind on God, sir. How, sir, may we fix our minds on God? Then how ought we to live in this world? Now the third question is it possible to see God? Is it possible? Really? It's simple, so simple. Live your life and in a detached manner. He is thinking spiritual life, to see God, you have to sit hours in breathing control, pranayama, so many things you have to do, neti, dhoti, other things are there, hatha yogos are there. So, Master, generally it is our, we think that spiritual life means we have to do some kind of ritual. Physical austerity, fasting, this, that, these are all secondary things. Main thing is love and love alone, either for the Brahman, your own self. Love means feeling of that I am that, or for the Ishvara God, whatever you think of, with form or without form, Jnanapath and Bhaktipath, path of devotion, path of knowledge. Main thing is you have to be committed to that higher ideal, with form, without form. That does not matter. What you eat, where you sleep, where you are born in, you are a white or black or educated or non-educated, that is not the question. So, Master is telling this, is it possible, M was asking this, to see, it is in italics, is it possible to see God? Possible. We people, ordinary people, eating, drinking, sleeping, having merriment, have children, wife, and money, this, that, we also can. Is it possible to see God in this life? Sri Ramakrishna is making so easy, as I told. Avatar comes, makes path so easy. Sri Ramakrishna's prescription is so simple that you can have it anywhere and everywhere. Anybody and everybody can practice. Love God. What things he has said? What is the lessons we can take? Yes. How to fix your mind on God? Repeat God's name and sing His glories and keep holy company. And now and then visit God's devotees and holy men. Repeat God's name. Mix with some good people. Visit the God's devotees, make friendship with the devotees of God. So simple. And live like a maid servant's life. Don't think this is my body, this is my property, this. Don't claim anything to be your own. Is it so easy thing? Is it possible? Is it possible to see God? Very crucial question for all of us. Sadhu, Santo, household, everyone who have taken initiation, have done so many Ram Nam, have sung so many songs, have chanted so many things, have quoted Gita verses, this, that, fasting, so many things doing. When God will be seen? When God will be realized? It can be realized now itself, if you think that I am one with God. That will come through the purification of your mind and thought. It will not come through all these things. Those are secondary. They are just first steps, alphabets. Through alphabets, you can only read and learn. But alphabets cannot give you the knowledge. So basic knowledge is A for A, B, C, D, this. So, in spiritual life also, now he is telling, is it possible to see God? Master is giving the answer. Yes, certainly. An avataro who never thought of lying. He said, Satya Katha Kolit Tapasya. Speaking the truth. In this Kali Yuga, no other austerity is necessary. I am not telling, Sri Ramakrishna telling, the avatar of the age. He is telling you, don't need to do any fasting, any other thing, anything. Going this place of pilgrimage, doing that hard tapasya, austerities, nothing is necessary. Satya Katha Kalit Tapasya. Speaking the truth in this Kali Yuga is the austerity, spiritual austerity to get illumination. Je Satya dhore ache, who is always speaking the truth, সে ভগবানের কোলে শুয়ে আছে. He is lying on the lap of God. He is one with God. You don't need to do any other austerity if you can speak only the truth and truth alone. That Master is telling, certainly, yes, it is possible to see God in this life, remaining in householder's life and not living a very good life because you have already deserted your father, mother and living with your wife separately in a house just near 500 meters away from your father's home. You are so bad that you do not look after your father and mother, and you are taking side with your wife and deserting your father, mother at the old days, and you are a headmaster, you are in 2 schools. What type of man you are? Master was one day asking, not taking the name. Prince of, the person comes here also, what I say, listen to me, my words, and still deserting father and mother, not living with them. What is the meaning of coming here then? Means if you come to me and remain away from your father, mother, and happy with your wife and children only, your prosperity, your career you are thinking of, not thinking of your father, mother, that how father, mother becomes very unfortunate, unhappy in the absence of their children, when at the old age they need their presence. Grandchildren will be there, children will be there, more love goes to the grandchildren. They like to live with them. And he did not take the name of M. That M was still coming to Sri Ramakrishna, but still away from his father and remaining in a rented house, not taking care of father, mother, directly not telling his name, but giving the hints. That will not do. If you come here, what I am telling, you must follow, you must practice. Practice maketh a man perfect. So, he is telling, yes, you should not have any doubt, no householders, no sadhus, spiritual seekers should have any doubt in all of it. Is a hope for all of us. It is aim, householders representative, it is meant for that. But what is there in spiritual life? Householder and sadhus, different. Sadhu do not have any family material responsibility. Householder have only that. Sadhu is little free from that side of point of view. And householders, master said, sadhus have to do austerities. Sometimes food will come, not come, where you will see. You have all comforts of the family life. Do that also, enjoy that also, and take God's name. So, love for God, raising one's mind to the higher level of God, devotion, erasing out the attachment, practicing detachment. These are the things, main things. Truthfulness. These are the things. Love, compassion, devotion for God, unselfishness, feeling the bodilessness. All these things, I am this body, no. These things are equally relevant and applied to a monastic person, a non-monastic householder also. So, remaining in the householder's life, it is possible to see, not only possible, yes, certainly, living in solitude now and then, repeating God's name and singing His glories, and discriminating between the real and the unreal. These are the means to employ to see Him. What is the prescription? How to fix the mind in God? Take God's name, pray to God, remain in holy company, visit the devotees of God, don't go to other, don't scatter mind for other things. And all works you do, like a maid servant, don't get attached. Think that God has given you this duty, do that. Don't go beyond that. Don't grow any attachment. Everything is unreal. This body is so we like our body most. That also will go one day. Everything has come, it will go. But you are not that body. So, this simple thing. And then, living in solitude, again telling, yes, you can see God. The prescription is the same. How to keep the mind in God, fix the mind, how to remain in this world, do the activities, how to see God, feel God, realize God in this life, living in solitude now and then, repeating God's name and singing His glories. In the first answer also he said the same thing. And discriminating between the real and the unreal. In the second question he said this. These are the means to employ to see Him. If you really want to see God, this simple thing you do, my dear, you will be able to see God in this life, because seeing God is the goal of human life. Why you will not achieve the goal, being a human being? So rare it is to get the human life. You have got human life, you have got the desire to know God, to experience God, and you have got a teacher like me also. Not telling directly that I am a teacher telling, so Master is telling, so what you want to know I have said. Now you follow, live this life, simple thing, and you will see God. See God means God will come from some other place. I am God. God is sitting in my heart of hearts. That feeling, that realization, that experience will come. Turiyanandaji is telling, today's imagination is tomorrow's realization. Today what you are thinking, this is your imagination. Is it possible? M also is telling, is it possible? Sri Ramakrishna himself, Bhagavan himself is telling till he has the doubt. Is it possible? Can we really see remaining in householder's life? Can we experience God? Is it so easy? Sri Ramakrishna has made everything so simplified and simple. Only thing that we have to attach our mind to that. Believe in the Master's words. Try a little. Master knows our weakness. I cannot fast whole day. My mind is so puzzled here and there. Every day we have our Sri Ramakrishna's wonderful prayer. Oh my mother, you know, I am devoid of knowledge, I am devoid of devotion. I am not competent to take your name, but you know I love you, mother. Please, mother, you help me. You reveal yourself. Oh my mother, you know I do not have anybody else. Mother, you know, shedding tears. And Hanumanji also is telling, oh Ramchandraji, you know, I do not have anybody else, anything, nothing I want in this world. I want you only. Oh my dear Ramchandraji, don't cheat me, don't go away, not cheat, don't me, throw me out, see that I am not entangled with any other thing. Please, you remain always in my heart of hearts, nothing else. Don't make me bound with other things, by other things. So, Sri Ramakrishna is giving wonderful, very simple prescription for upliftment of mind, fixing the mind in God and remaining in the householder's life. And in this world, we have also a household. The sadhus also have so many bigger family, so many people, so many activities, so many responsibilities. But do everything, don't do. You are the head, you are the owner, you are the person doer. Don't do anything. Do everything. Hundreds and thousands of things you will do, but with detached mind. Detachment. Nahung, tuhu. I am the child of Master. All are Master's works. Then it will transform into spiritual practice. It will no more remain work. So in householder's case also, do all your duties. God has employed you as a householder. Do your wife's duty to husband, husband do your duty to wife, son do your duty to father, mother, you do your duty to children. God has given this employment. You are employed with all these activities, assignment. Do it as best as possible with all resources you have, but love God. Know that all of these, money, matter, all relatives, they are not yours. God has sent all of them in this life. For some time, you do your duty. Don't get attached. And then, these are the means to employ to see Him. M. Under what conditions does one see God? Another question. This fourth question. How to fix the mind in God, how to remain in householder's life and do spiritual practices. Is it possible to see God? And now, under what circumstances, conditions does one see God? You see, the question is so earnest. He cannot but, he understands that here is a person who knows this path, who can show me the light. The other day I was trying to, this is his second visit. The one day before I wanted to commit suicide. Now this man has given me new light, new life in my life, in this suffering. And now he wants to know, is it possible? I am not that wretched. I also have a little worth. I can also see God. Is it possible? Under what condition does one see God? Master, cry to the Lord with an intensely yearning heart. and you will certainly see him. People shed a whole jug of tears for wife and children. They swim in tears for money, but who weeps for God? Cry to him with a real cry. What exact picture of the whole world. I read again. Cry to the Lord with an intensely yearning heart, and you will certainly see him. One line. You will certainly see him, Sri Ramakrishna, the avatar of the age, who never ever spoke anything wrong, whom Swami Vivekananda said, I tried to expose him, tried to prove that Sri Ramakrishna, what Sri Ramakrishna said, maybe all may not be correct. I tried to prove, but at the end, I am a failure. I could not prove that whatever Sri Ramakrishna has said, anything, no deviation. He stands on truth, and truth alone. He is the personification of truth, truthfulness. So that Sri Ramakrishna is telling, certainly you will see God. Cry to Lord with an intensely yearning heart. And then he is telling, this is world we see. People shed a whole jug of tears for wife. Vice versa, for husband. And children. They swim in tears for money. That is the world. Don't give time for wife, for children. Most of the child abuses are happening because of the indifference of the father and mother, parents. They do not take maximum care, sufficient care for their own children, and all these things are happening in the society. So many bad things. A crippled society is growing. Not healthy, unhealthy. Children should have the presence of father. Because father and mother are busy for money and money and money, they do not even have sufficient time to give for the kids who are part of their life. Through their body only they have come. It is their whole responsibility to see the upbringing, well-being of these children. But that also people do not give. People shed a whole jug of tears for wife and children. They swim in tears for money. But who weeps for God? Who is for God? When Mahendranath came, Master said, I can show God to you. Not only I have seen, I can show you also. But who want to see, my dear Naren? How many in this world really want to see? In the Gita, Bhagavan is telling, Avajananti mang mura manusing tanum asritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhutamaheshwaro. How many people understand that God has come in the form of Sri Krishna? That ultimate reality, that formless has taken this form, concrete form. How many people? They do not understand. They think I am this ordinary Sri Krishna, a human being, and they disrespect me. What I say, they don't follow. Arjun, you follow what I am telling you. They will not follow. I will not give the Gita knowledge to them because you are a competent aspirant. I understand. If I say something, you will do that. So Sri Ramakrishna also, secret things should not tell to everybody. When all people are there, ordinary people are there, they want to come, they are good. Just began their spiritual life, oh good, take God's name, repeat. Then when only monastic members will be there, then not all monastic members are equally competent what Mahendranath was. Secretly will bolt the door and only Naren will be there and will tell. You have higher duties. This is this, you have to do. It is Mother's mission, you have to do. So, Sri Ramakrishna, wonderful song. Today time is less, I will continue. That, but who is for God, cry to him with a real cry. And then Master sang a song. We will continue with this. Here we stop. Any question, my dear? So, hear anything?
Can you sing the song?
There is no sweetness in my voice. ডাক দেখি মন ডাকার মতো কেমন শ্যামা থাকতে পারে, কেমন শ্যামা থাকতে পারে, কেমন কালী থাকতে পারে. Cry to your mother Shama with a real cry, O mind. And how can she hold herself from you? How can Shama stay away? How can your mother Kali hold herself away? ডাক দেখি মন ডাকার মতো কেমন শ্যামা থাকতে পারে? This is the song. So we will sing another day. Let me try a little bit. But this is a wonderful song. Sri Ramakrishna is thinking, God is your mother. So think, how can your mother remain away? If you really cry for that, then he will give the example of kitten, mother cat, and the kitten mew mew. It doesn't ask for anything else. Mother knows what to do with the kitten, this small baby cat. It only says mew mew. So you only pray, Mother, I do not have, like Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I do not have knowledge, I do not have devotion, I do not have any capacity, I know. But you are all compassionate, my dear mother. Please, I am your child, you cannot deny that. You have given birth, I am brought, we all are born. That is why, as Sri Ramakrishna is the child of the Mother Kali, we all are the children of the Divine Mother, whatever you think of. Mother, Divine Father, Divine Mother, Father in heaven, you think, no problem. But since you have given me birth, this body, why you will not give me the highest goal of human life? Since you have given me the human body, give what is the goal of human life, so that I can realize that in this life. So, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.